We are going to Calgary, around 1,000 kilometer drive, and we are going with our gamcha.
Oh, Bumble, good boy.
That's right, we finally did it. The trip that we had been planning for a long time. When you have been continuously working on your job and everything else, it feels good to finally get out and do something worth remembering. But look at all these beautiful islands that came in the way of going there. We reached Richmond. This is on the mainland, and we went through a lot of scenic routes. And one thing I can tell you is get good sleep. Especially on a long road trip like this with winding roads, tall trees, and big mountains. The reason for us was to look at properties in Calgary, and I've now realized that you don't always need a reason to do a road trip. Anyways, this beautiful Airbnb was available to us. This is somewhere in the downtown area.
Alright, hey, we are in our Airbnb, and what do you think of the experience? How is the Airbnb?
I mean, it's like an apartment, right? Like a one-room apartment. So it's got all the amenities. I think there could be a little bit of, like changes, or they could have made it a little more better.
Yeah.
But it's
Like
okay.
the shower thing, right?
Yeah.
Where the water is just flowing out.
Yeah, stuff like that. A lot of stuff like that. Like the curtains just falling down and things like that. But it's livable, and we can cook our own food, and that's why we chose an Airbnb in the first place.
How was the road trip? My god.
It was really tiring.
Yeah.
Really tiring. I think we did really good in terms of the food supplies that we got.
If you're coming to Calgary, you could drive 500 kilometers one day, 500 the next, or you could do the entire 1,000 but like break it into 2 hours.
Break it into, please. Yes. It's really tough if you do not do that.
And why are we here in Calgary?
To look at properties
Okay.
and to get a feel of the place and the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Right?
Looked at a few properties on realtor.ca, and we're gonna go compare the photo that's been uploaded to the actual property and like what the neighborhood is. So we look at the property, we drive around the block, we get a feel of the property.
Oh man, that guy can talk. Anyways, after that little rant, we decided to go out and explore the city. So we went, and here's a little montage of Taro basically opening doors. This is the car, the Ford Escape that we used to go to downtown. Beautiful area, really nice architecture, and just like every major city in Canada, they have a Calgary Tower. They have a watching tower. This one is called Calgary, by the way, Calgary Tower. And this is the view from up top. A lot of grey buildings blending in with greenery around it. So that's kind of nice. You don't just see grey buildings, you see a little bit of construction, kind of similar to almost any city you can name. Look at this street, which is blocked off to any cars because they have restaurants, and it's basically meant to kind of showcase the cultural vibe of that particular city. good experience, and then we moved on to the neighboring cities like Airdrie, Strathmore, and stuff like that. And again, we were checking properties. So in this clip, you can see we have moved to Harvest Hills. Harvest Hills area is spacious and green, as you can see, and is considered as one of the more up-class areas in Calgary for whatever reason. And after doing that, we actually started to go to the zoo, and we heard a lot about it. It kept popping up on Google, so we visited it, and we saw some really beautiful exotic animals just being casually themselves. Some butt scratching action for you right here. Thinking about existence of life, and then saw us staring and gave us a good stare. Kinda reminds me of some people in my life. What a magnificent cat. We just finished walking at the zoo, the Calgary Zoo. Really nice place to visit. The animals are well kept, and I've included some clips in the vlog. But yeah, if you're in Calgary, come visit and see these majestic animals in real life. Then we headed on to this greenhouse enclosure with various varieties of plants, flowers, and that's my partner showing me around like she knows the place. I love that. Anyways, sometimes in life you just have to realize that planning is planning and doing is doing, and that's when you get out of the house and actually go visit places. For example, this one, Banff. We stopped here for 30 minutes before our way home.
Last home stretch. Bubble. What do you like it, Bubble? You're such a good boy. Such a good boy. Good boy, Bart.
If you're having doubts about whether or not to go, I'd say do it.